Some things are inevitable, unstoppable. Forces of nature, if you will. Life will always find a way, Amberlynn Reed will always find an excuse, and Foodie Beauty will always find mediocre fast food chicken. Hey y'all, just like Chantal on a break from YouTube, I'm back again already with a fast food mukbang reaction. Despite taking time away and switching to a podcast format, Foodie Beauty treated her beezers in the reaction channels to yet another deep fried chicken display, this time featuring a disintegrating sub sandwich and a scrungly pile of rapidly aging fries. This latest fast food installment also featured a new angle that obscured part of Chantal's head much of the time, but did little to hide her usual sloppy table manners. So this is the video she posted after saying she would no longer post videos because people make fun of the content of said videos. But it's not bait, it's not for the feeders, and she definitely doesn't do this dip and come right back routine on purpose whenever she's in a panic about views. Whatever, let's watch Chantal mangle a chicken sandwich, I guess. I mean, same, but I'm not making any promises.
I hope my head's not cut off. I'm experimenting with a new position of camera. So,
Oops.
Anyways, I am going to eat with you today some Syrian fast food.
So much for podcasting, so much for not showing things because reactors will make fun of it. Oh well. That was fast.
All right. But first, a commercial break.
Fall vibes are here, guys. And to celebrate the month of September, I am offering 15% off on all cameos for the entire rest of the month.
Commercial break is longer than the break she took from YouTube.
Foodie Beauty.
So first to drink, I have a lemon and orange slush.
This looks like it has been hanging out a minute. That looks like a former slush to me.
Some chips.
Oh, we're calling them chips now? Okay, fine, sure.
And it looks like they have some sort of seasoning on them. I'm not...
Who knows? Could be anything. Didn't bother to find out, did you? Nah, Foodie. Okay, carry on.
Sure. But they look homemade. And they covered with a plate.
Everything's fresh and homemade, even though it's fast food. Clearly just takeout. Whatever. All the fast food is fresh and homemade.
And for the main event, we have the bread is fresh, so it's falling apart, but...
The bread is fresh, so it's falling apart. It looks like it's crumbling in your hands, not necessarily due to a freshness. I don't know. Depends on the bread, I guess. But I bake a lot of bread at home just for having bread around the house for our bread supply. And fresh bread doesn't tend to just fall apart like that when you touch it so much. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. It could also be that it's just been hanging out with whatever hot sandwich contents are in there. So it's gone just soft and soggy and it's completely fallen apart from that. It could be very nice fresh bread indeed. And it's just ruined because she's sat there, you know, setting up for her video. It took however long it took to get to her, and then she had to set this up. So maybe it's not the bread's fault. Fries look like they've seen better days, like I said. So, you know, this all could have just been sitting there for a minute or had a very long journey to reach her.
I'll take a piece off.
Ooh. Either way, she's not doing whatever restaurant this is from any favors by the way she's showcasing their offerings. Look at how she's already just destroyed this sandwich. She hasn't even started eating. Completely mangled.
Chicken tenders, hot sauce, pickles, mayo. Beauty bite. I'm going to try bite. I'm really hungry. I don't have a fork. Don't hate me.
My issue isn't that you eat with your hands. It's how you eat with your hands. Oh, this sandwich already looks like a just unidentifiable pile of bread and bits.
The chicken, it looks like a hot mess.
Yeah.
But it's a delicious mess. The chicken pieces are like real chicken, not like pressed chicken meat.
Okay, impressive. Yes, actual chicken in the chicken sandwich. So you managed to find a chicken tender sandwich that was a notch above the BK Chicken Royale or whatever it is. Congratulations.
Pieces of chicken have Arabic spices on them, so they're very flavorful. And then I think there's muhamara, which is like a hot pepper paste, but it's not very spicy actually. And then I don't know what kind of sauces are on here.
Why would you know what kind of sauces are on there? Why would you bother to find out that information? Just give me the sandwich. Mukbang video. Who cares? What's on it? I don't know. Sauce. It's fine. It's creamy. It's fresh. It's homemade. Let's eat.
There's French fries on here too.
Wait, there's French fries on there? Is this a double fry situation? What's going on? I have questions. Ma'am, no. We can't have fries next to and also on the sandwich. You gotta pick one. Seriously? Did that just happen? Did I hallucinate that?
It's hard to see with all the sauce what's in it.
The sauce, yeah. The sauce is what's making it hard to see what's going on with this sandwich. Not the fact that you just completely crumpled it into an unidentifiable pile of sandwich bones. We are not even 5 minutes in, and that is the remnants of sandwich. The remains of a sandwich that was.
They call this toum, which toum is Arabic for garlic. But it's like a creamy garlic sauce.
I paused it here to say something, and that something completely left my brain because I'm completely overwhelmed with just thinking she looks like if Tony Soprano just received terrible news from a French fry.
I want to do a series where I show you guys the different foods you can find at restaurants because...
Well, so far you've shown us fried chicken. Well, so far you've shown us fried chicken, fried chicken, fried chicken, and fried chicken. All in tender form, twice now on a sandwich. But okay, sure, you're going to show us all the different foods you can get.
I don't know if you're trolling, probably a mix of both. Or maybe you just don't know. But there, especially in like our village, there are no American, Canadian, any Western fast food chains.
Except for knockoff Church's Chicken and knockoff KFC, which I guess technically aren't Western chains. But you've certainly eaten a lot of chicken tendies for being in a place that doesn't have Western fast food.
It's such a mess, but... Here's a chicken strip. You can see the chicken.
I guess I can. Yeah, why not?
These fries, they're a bit cold because I made a couple stops on the way home, but the coleslaw?
Well, that makes sense. That's why the sandwich is falling apart. That's why the bread's crumbling. It's not because it's so fresh. It's because it's been steaming in its little package while you ran around doing whatever Sala needed to do before you were allowed to come home and eat.
I know you're thinking, you're eating that with your hands?
No, I'm thinking you look like a baby bird being fed by the mama bird, and the mama bird is your hand. That's what I'm thinking. Which I guess is kind of the same thing.
Whatever. Look at this hot mess.
No forks, no spoons, no table manners, no napkins,
Man, that's
no
a good
dignity. And there is a way to have table manners while eating with your hands. There are many foods in many cultures, including many Western cultures, that you eat with your hands. And there are ways to have manners while doing so, and she can't even do that. Oh, it's not feeder content, though, y'all. Not feeder content.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about it. She wasn't even going to do these videos, but,
the Arabic spices in the batter.
That's it. That's the whole reason. Just, Come on, Chantal. At least pretend.
This meal cost, I think, around $5 US.
We're not going to do that thing where we brag about how cheap food is in the war-torn country that's just been through a lot of sanctions and the economy is still stabilizing and there's a lot of food insecurity. Are we doing that again? Oh, okay. $5. Well, I guess she had to come back to YouTube to get the money to buy the chicken to eat on YouTube. You know, it's a cycle, just like any other foodie cycle. And I don't know why anyone thought Sala was gonna be okay with her not being on YouTube. I mean, I'm sure he likes the idea of her not being on YouTube, considering everything that she's done on YouTube and the position it has now put them in. However, what's he gonna do? Go to work? And if he does, why is she there? What's she doing for him? If not handing over that YouTube money. She's not doing the laundry, apparently. I certainly don't believe for a minute that she's feeding 18 people at a dinner party. We can take that off the table, I'm pretty sure. She doesn't seem to be getting him to the Great White North anytime soon. So, yeah. Anyhow, she's back doing mukbangs, so yeah.
Which is actually considered a bit pricey.
It's not feeder content.
I've decided, I know, Muslims celebrating Halloween. I'm not worshiping Satan, Shaitan, or anything, but it's a part of my culture that I just can't seem to shake. So I really get excited for it. I love the vibes. I like spooky things. There's still a good number of you guys. Even if it's only a few thousand or a couple thousand, that's still a lot of people in a way, not in YouTube views terms, but a lot of people who like my vlogs. So thank you.
You had to come back and do the so-called vlogs and the mukbangs.
And for mukbangs, I'm going to try to make them more interesting for you guys.
I'll hold my breath. You didn't want to start with this one?
Maybe once in a while.
Oh, just maybe once in a while.
Especially for October. Try to do like a... Remember when I used to do Vlogtober and I didn't do the whole thing, but... Remember I used to do the whole thing, but... Remember I used to do like spooky themed mukbangs?
Yeah. It was way better than this. I mean, I'm not saying it was fantastic, but it was better than this.
And at the same time, I can show you a combination of like food I cook here, that you can buy here.
Well, don't start doing it with this one. Don't start making the mukbangs more interesting with this one. Start later. Let's just talk about it for now, and then later we'll do it. But actually, you know, it's Chantal, so
it's a huge sandwich.
It was, and then it was a huge pile of sandwich parts, and now it's almost gone.
The reason is those types of videos are just fun and drama free. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but don't start now. Just talk about it for now, and then later you can talk about doing it some more.
That's why.
Considering the grifts we have witnessed this past season and a half, I was happy to watch her spiral in a overpriced one-bedroom apartment eating fast food in bed while the taxman beat the door down, but we were robbed of that when she hightailed it out of Canada to go to Syria, of all places, so now we gotta make do with this, I guess. In the grand scheme of things, I'd rather be bored than you exploit animals and vulnerable children. You know, if we gotta pick one, yeah, 100%. Let's just do the spooky mukbangs.
They're fun to do.
Yeah, go ahead. Slap on a pink Party City wig and eat a cheeseburger. You'll have a good time. I'll have a good time. We'll all have fun. Why are we doing this?
I think I've had enough.
Another sub bites the dust and the natural order of Girl World is restored. I mean, obviously she was going to come back and do these videos. The so-called podcasts were unfiltered misery and silence, and it's not like this loser is going off to work in the morning. Leave me a comment. Let me know who you think has aged worse, Sala or the fries. Like and subscribe if this made your sandwich fall apart in your midst too, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.
You watched it, didn't you?